About 35% of Australian produce depends on bees for pollination. During the pollinating season, hives get moved from one orchard to another in order to pollinate our produce as they are flowering. And so we want to make sure that the bees in Australia are really healthy. So we were able to show that we can monitor the health of our hives using both traceability devices and eDNA surveillance. eDNA stands for environmental DNA. It's the bits of DNA that individuals leave behind when they interact with their environment. So for us, that might be our hair or our skin cells. For insects, that can be whole body parts, so a leg or antenna. Our eDNA surveillance test revealed an incredible amount of diversity in the beehives. We detected about 500 insect species, around about 3,000 bacteria species, and 800 different fungi species. We found some hives pests which we expected to find, mostly because these had been observed by the apiarist when we were out sampling the hives. But we also found insect pathogens that you can't detect just by looking at the hive. So we found beneficial species living within the hive as well. We also found bacteria and fungi that are linked to hive health. So a good example of that is penicillin, which we found within all of our hives. We also found a whole bunch of native species that we weren't expecting. Some examples are redback spider DNA. We also found DNA belonging to native psyllids and native aphid species, as well as mosquitoes. And the mosquitoes findings are really interesting for us because it says that there might be potential for this data to help support public health programs. The benefits of this sort of surveillance for industry goes beyond just ensuring the health of our hives, because we're also detecting agriculturally significant species. So while bees are out foraging, they might encounter an agricultural pest or a biocontrol agent, and they might pick up some of that DNA and bring it back to the hive, and our tests are able to detect this DNA. What we're really excited about is the potential for data sharing here. So for that additional information about the agricultural pests that the bees are encountering, for that information to be given to growers so that they can also make decisions about management practices on their property.